She's not afraid you'll break. She's afraid you'll remember. Your name was whispered in a room you were never meant to enter. She knows what the mirror never told you. The lie started before your first breath. You've been asking the wrong questions about your beginning. She carries the secret like it's holy. You've always felt different. Now you'll know why. Her silence is not protection, it's prison. God hid it until you were strong enough to survive the knowing. They called it protection. Heaven calls it deception. Your birth shook a house built on lies. She rocked you, then rewrote your history. The truth you've been chasing lives behind her eyes. She cried the day you were born, not from joy. A different name was once chosen for you. You weren't the first secret, just the most divine. She knows who held you first and who was supposed to. That feeling of being misplaced wasn't your imagination. Your life began in someone else's shadow. Her guilt has aged faster than her skin. You were born into silence, not celebration. She's scared of the truth because it frees you. You were chosen, then hidden. There's a photo missing, and she knows where it went. You were traded for peace, not love. Every family joke hides a crack in the truth. Your blood isn't wrong. Their story is. Her love was always laced with fear. The one who named you didn't birth you. She calls you sibling, but her eyes say witness. What she calls past, your soul calls prophecy. There was a moment your name almost changed everything. She carries your origin like a wound. You were born divine, but not into the life they told. She watched the truth be buried like a body. God let you forget, but not forever. The day you were born, silence won. Until now. She remembers your first cry and their last lie. There's a reason your baby photo feels unfamiliar. Your story began with a stolen choice. She fears your memory more than your anger. You were never meant to find the letter. What she knows could unwrite the life you've built. She told you bedtime stories, never the real one. The lie aged with her. The truth is eternal. Every time she hesitates, your spirit remembers. You're not crazy. You're awakening. Her protection was never for you. Your real beginning was sacred. She saw it. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. She hid the photo that held your true mother's eyes. The woman who raised you knows the woman who bled for you. You were born into fire. She watched it burn. Her hands rocked you, but her silence betrayed you. The secret sleeps under her pillow. She's been rehearsing the truth for years and still can't say it. A name was erased. Yours. You were born in love, then wrapped in shame. She weeps during storms. The thunder reminds her. You were hidden to protect another's pride. Your soul has been aching to return to its true story. The truth has teeth and it's gnawing at her. She's hoping you'll never ask the right question. You were always divine. She feared what you'd awaken. Her silence is costing your wholeness. You have a birthright, and she knows it. There is a woman with your same eyes. Not your sister. She remembers your first laugh and the lie it echoed through. You were more than a miracle. You were a mistake to someone. She feared you'd grow into the truth. And you did. That dream of another home wasn't just a dream. You've been grieving a story you were never told. Her lullabies carried secrets. You don't need answers. You need remembrance. Her love was never enough to bury your light. You looked at her like home. She looked at you like history. The real mother sings through your blood. You didn't lose a sister. You lost a storyteller. She cried at your graduation. From guilt. You were the only truth in a house of stories. Every time she calls you baby, her voice breaks. She kept your truth in a locked drawer. You weren't supposed to survive the lie. There is a woman praying you'll find her. You felt misplaced because your spirit was rerouted. You are the living proof she tried to hide. They built a life. You were the cost. Your childhood had gaps. Now you'll see why. The silence in her eyes is screaming now. She told them it was wrong. She stayed anyway. You've been homesick for a mother you don't remember. She thought time would make it untrue. You carry a memory your body never forgot. Her bedtime stories always skipped a chapter. She wept when you first asked about your birthmark. You never fit in because you were born to break out. They covered the truth. Your soul kept it warm. You grew into the face she tried to forget. God delayed this truth for divine timing. Your life wasn't a mistake, just misnamed. You're older than they told you, or younger, but never wrong. You were passed between arms like a prayer no one finished. The hospital records lie. She saw to that. Her tears aren't from love, they're from memory. Your cry rewrote their plans. The silence in that house was rehearsed. Someone else was meant to raise you. Heaven intervened. That birthday never felt right, because it wasn't. Her nightmares are rooted in your name. You came through light, but were born into shadow. The person who gave birth to you still whispers your name. There is a woman you've never met who loves you with a pain that never healed. They switched bracelets. Your sister saw it happen. You were never meant to forget, but they hoped you would. A nurse remembers, and so does your blood. Your first photo is missing for a reason. She tells you stories, wrapped in silence. Every time you asked about your birth, her voice trembled. She wrote your truth in a journal, then burned it. You carry the face of someone she betrayed. The day you were born, her world split. She's not your sister. She's your guardian of guilt. She wasn't old enough to understand, but old enough to remember. Your family isn't lying, just hiding. You were taken, not gifted. You're living in someone else's place. Her silence isn't love, it's survival. You were a sole interruption to their plans. They moved houses because the walls remembered. You were erased, then rewritten. God allowed the lie so your purpose would awaken. She remembers the screaming. She just won't name who. A paper trail exists, but so do spiritual records. She smiles when you say sister, but her heart drops. You carry divine blood. They tried to dilute it. She's not the only one who knows. Someone passed before they could confess. Your bloodline has a legacy they feared. You inherited more than DNA. You inherited a war. That scar you've always wondered about? It wasn't from falling. She's haunted by a lullaby no one taught her. You weren't adopted, you were absorbed. They said they saved you. But from what? God's preparing you to meet the one who gave you life. She protected you with silence, but it cost your soul. They made a pact. Heaven just broke it. The house you grew up in never spoke your name right. You were raised in love, but not truth. Your birth was a holy event. Their fear made it shame. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.